How do Tucsonans survive a hot, dry Tucson summer? And what are some tips for beating the heat in Tucson that only Tucsonans would know? Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, and today I'm talking about how Tucson residents survive the heat in the summertime. Before I begin, I recommend that anyone considering a full-time move to Tucson check out the city during the summertime to make sure it's doable for them. Some people love the heat and the dry air, others prefer cold and humidity. So if you're one of those people, our climate might not work for you, and it's best to know now rather than later. If you got a tip for Tucsonans on how to survive a Tucson summer, throw it down in the comments below and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more Tucson related content on this channel. Reach out to me if you decide to buy a Tucson home despite our hot summers. All my contact information is in the description below each of my videos, and check out the rest of this channel for more information about the city and surrounding areas outside of Tucson and all you need to know about it. So here's the thing about Tucson weather. There's almost always a breeze or a wind passing through Tucson. Nothing extreme, but just enough to have some movement, not just stagnant heat. The constant breeze is one of my favorite things about Tucson weather. If you're on a walk or a jog or bike ride early in the morning, or if you're gardening in your yard or outside doing some sort of summer activities, the breeze will help cool you off. But you can't avoid the fact that Tucson summers still see highs of 100 to even up to 115 degrees sometimes. Not every day, of course, but I still wanted visitors and new Tucson residents to know how to survive our summers. And I have a bonus tip at the end, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video. So here's my countdown list of the top 12 ways to beat the heat during a Tucson summer. Number 12, stay hydrated by drinking water, especially icy water. You'd be shocked at the number of people who move here and say, I don't understand why I'm so thirsty. It's a dry heat here, so your body will crave more water. I promise. I take water with me everywhere, including my car, and I drink it constantly. It's just necessary here compared to other places. Number 11, practice safe skin and eye health. We have sunshine about 300 days out of the year. The sun and warmth feels great, but don't forget to protect your eyes with hats and sunglasses, and protect your skin with sunscreen, or at least shirts that cover your full backs and shoulders, which are the areas more likely to get sunburned if you're out swimming or on a midday walk or jog or hike. Number 10, cover east and west facing windows in your home with good window coverings. A lot of people try to avoid purchasing or renting homes that are east-west facing because the sun shines in those windows and sliding glass doors and tends to heat up the home. But it's not always avoidable. There are a lot of interior and exterior window coverings and thick window treatments that you can put up on your east and west facing windows to help hold the heat out during the summer. It will keep your home cooler and help cut down on your electricity bills in the summer if your air conditioner isn't having to work too hard. Number 9, do everything outdoors first thing in the morning or in the evenings. The sun rises around 5 a.m. in the summertime, and you can too if you want to hit the trails, jump on your bike, or go on a walk or jog when the weather is still nice out. If you have gardening or yard work to do, or if you just want to enjoy a cup of coffee on your back porch, first thing in the morning is the time to do it. Evenings when the sun is setting is also a nice time of day in the summertime. Number 8, dress accordingly. Tucson is a pretty casual place, so we wear baseball caps and dresses and skirts and flip-flops and sandals and shorts and t-shirts pretty much year-round, especially in the summertime. But in the summer, you will also see people who work outdoors in jobs like construction and other trades wearing long-sleeve shirts and pants and hats to protect their skin. Wherever you're going, if it's in the middle of a sunny Tucson day, dress accordingly to stay cool and protect your skin. Number 7, turn on those ceiling fans. Not all homes have ceiling fans in other cities and states, but in Tucson, they are almost a necessity, and they are in most newer homes. When my husband and I bought our home 10 years ago, it didn't have ceiling fans, and the first thing we did before moving in was have all our bedrooms and living areas wired so that we could hang ceiling fans in those rooms. Having constant air circulating makes a huge difference in keeping cool in the summertime in Tucson. Number 6, which leads us to air conditioners. Many people here have swamp coolers or evap coolers, but those aren't always the best during the more humid months. If you really want to keep cool, you should probably live in a home with air conditioning if you can, and take good care of it to extend its lifespan. Make sure you change the air filters regularly, and if there's something wrong with it, make sure you get it checked out right away. Plenty of people will tell you that air conditioning units only last 15 to 20 years, but I know of a ton of units that have lasted almost 30 years with proper maintenance. So it just depends on the brand and the way the unit has been taken care of. Tucsonans also blast the air conditioning in our cars during the summer, so the car's AC is important too. Number 5, sleep tight. Getting a good night's sleep is healthy for everyone's bodies, but in the summertime in Tucson, just like many places, the sun comes up earlier and it goes down later. Do your best to get a good night's sleep because you won't feel well during the day if you don't get the required rest. Some people are in the position where they can take a nap in the middle of the day when it's hottest outside, so if that works for you and your schedule and your body, that may be the best way to catch up on lost sleep. Number 4, seek shade. Tucsonans will park their cars under carports, trees, or near any building if it means the shade will cover their car. We also use sunshades in our cars. We walk in shady areas, we stay under shady trees at parks. If there's a breeze and you're in the shade, the dry heat really isn't too bad. Number 3, go for a swim or hit up a splash pad. Many Tucsonans have pools in their own backyards, but there are plenty of communities with community pools, and there are also plenty of public pools around here. Some gyms that have pools, and there are some fun splash pads at various parks around Tucson. Jumping into some cool water in the middle of a hot summer day is really refreshing, and of course, kids especially love splash pads. Number 2, go on vacation. Obviously, when the weather isn't great, Tucsonans are the first to admit it's time to hit the road. The great thing about Tucson is that it isn't too far from some much cooler climates. Some popular vacation spots for Tucsonans are San Diego, California, and Sedona, Flagstaff, and the White Mountains, all which are in Arizona, all of which are less than a 6-hour drive away, and all provide tons of beauty and activities with cooler weather than you'll find in Tucson in the summertime. Number 1, drive up Mount Lemmon. Everyone who watches my channel knows that Mount Lemmon is my favorite place in the city to escape to year-round, and you're all probably sick of me talking about it, but that's okay. I love it. I'm just gonna keep talking about it. The base of Mount Lemmon is located on Tucson's northeast side, and a quick 45-minute drive from the base to the top of the mountain will give you about 20 degrees cooler weather at almost any given time. If you like camping, hiking, fishing, or even just getting a picnic area and sitting around and relaxing in cooler weather, Mount Lemmon will be your happy place in the summer. If you want a little summer staycation, rent a cabin on Mount Lemmon for the weekend and relax in the beautiful pine forest. You won't even remember that you live in a city that sees 100-degree weather in the summertime. Well, there's my list of all the ways Tucsonans survive the hot summer months. But I promised a bonus tip. In the summer months, especially in your first summer in Tucson, it's important to know your limits. And what I mean by that is, if you're driving around town and you're thirsty and hot and starting to get dizzy, or if you're walking outside and you're just feeling kind of totally out of it, or if you're at work and you just don't feel well, make sure you get some water, you get to a cool area like an air-conditioned space, or you get in the shade, you sit down, you give yourself a little rest. Heat exhaustion is a real thing, and people in Tucson need to be aware of it and take care of their bodies and be careful in the summer months. If you have a tip for keeping cool in the Tucson summer months, share it with the world by tossing it down in the comments below. If you learned something new today, you can thank me by hitting the thumbs up button below this video and subscribing for future Tucson information, and you can check out some other videos on this channel about all that Tucson has to offer its visitors and residents. If you need a real estate agent to help you buy or sell a Tucson home, you know where to find me. All my contact information is in the description below each of my videos, and I'd love to help you out when you need me. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Keep cool, Tucson, and I'll see you in the next video.